Hello friends, today I am going to talk about how to solve partial fraction. This is a very important part of the method, so you have some idea about this part. Today I am going to talk about two problem. My first problem is this one. First one is 1 over x minus 1 into x minus 2. I can solve this problem with two methods. I will discuss one method firstly. The first method is you can use this fraction 1 over x minus 1 x minus 2. You can divide this fraction into a over x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2. You can see this problem, this fraction have the numerator have 1. It means constant. It has constant, but denominator has a quadratic function. So this here maximum power is 2 because quadratic function have 2, but here 0. The maximum power is 0. So according to here denominator has more denominator has more power. So if you have this kind of problem sorry, if you have this kind of problem, denominator has more power, you can use this method. You can divide this fraction into this two fraction, a over x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2. X minus 1 is this factor and x minus 2 is this factor. You can use constant here because you can see here maximum power is 1. So maximum power is 1. So you need to use constant to the numerator. Constant has 0 power, 1 here you need to use 0 power. So here also same thing. Here x minus 2 has maximum power 1, so here you need to use constant 1 to 0, like that. Okay. Now you can solve this. You can get a common denominator for to solve this one. Common denominator is x minus 1, x minus 2. Okay, x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, here doesn't have x minus 2, so you need to multiply by x minus 2. This one and this one, denominator and numerator. So a should multiply by x minus 2. So here doesn't have x minus 1, so you need to multiply by x minus 1. So b need to multiply by x minus 1. Okay, now x minus 1 into x minus 2. You can remove this 2. Now you have 1 equal a x minus 2 plus b x minus 1. Okay. Now if you need to find value of the a, you can substitute some values. Here you can see here have x minus 2, here have x minus 1. So if you substitute x equal 2, this part becomes 0. So here doesn't become 0, so you can find value of b. So I will substitute x equal 2, then 1 equal, this part becomes 0. So so here doesn't have any value, but b, I'll put 0, and I can put 0 plus b, x equal 2 minus 1. Okay, here 1 equal b, 2 minus 1 equal 1, so b equal 1. Can you understand? Okay, b equal 1. Okay, now sorry, now we have value for b, then we need to find value for a. Okay, I will substitute, then I can do same thing for find value of a. I can substitute x equal 1, because if we substitute x equal 1, this part will become 0, so we can find value of a. Okay, I will substitute x equal 1. So 1 equal, we use this this equation. So x equal 1 equal, this part a 1 minus, because x equal 1 minus 2 plus this part 0. Okay, 1 equal a 1 minus 2 equal minus 1. So minus 1 into a mean minus a. So now we have value for a and b, so we can substitute these values to this equation. Okay, 1 equal, sorry, 1 over x minus 1 into 1 x into x minus 2 equal here a, right? So a minus 1 x minus 1 plus b is 1, so we can substitute 1 x minus 2. So in this way you can solve this partial fraction into these two fraction. So you can do you can solve any problem like this, but please remind, you should have here I mean denominator should have lower power, maximum power than the numerator. If you have that kind of way, you can use this method to solve this kind of partial fraction. Okay, second method, I can use second method to solve this problem. Second method, my problem is x minus 1 into x minus 2. I can divide this fraction into the a minus a divided by x minus 1 plus b over x minus 2. Okay, now same thing we need to do here. We can get common denominator. Common denominator is x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, now here doesn't have x minus 2, you need to multiply by x minus 2, and here doesn't have x minus 1, so you need to multiply by x minus 1. So we can remove this 2. So we have a x minus 2 plus b x minus 1. Okay, before we substitute some values to the x, so then we can find values of a and b. But this method you cannot, you don't need to substitute values for x. We use another method. We can solve this equation little bit more. We can remove this bracket, ax minus 2a plus bx minus b. now we can get we can add together this bx and ax, a plus b into x minus 2a minus b. Here you can see here how x have constant a plus b, coefficient x plus b, and here constant. So in this equation, this side and left side and right side should be equal. I mean, if there is something in the left side, those should be equal to the right hand side one. Here right hand side a plus bx minus 2a plus 2a minus b. So those things should be equal to the this side one. But you cannot see x coefficient, right? So that means x this side doesn't have x, so x part is 0. So that method we can use to find this a and b values. So we can equal this coefficient right hand side and left hand side. So I can consider coefficient of x. Okay, considering value coefficient of x. Okay, here doesn't have x values, so coefficient of x should be 0 this side. Okay, 0 equal, but here a plus b. Okay, here a plus b. So now here now we have one equation, and then we can consider constant. Okay, constant. Okay, left hand side have constant 1, so 1 equal this side constant 2a minus b, 2a minus b. Okay, this is our second equation. This one and 2 we can solve, so then we can find a and b. So I can add this one first equation and second equation. So 1 plus 2 equals this side 1. If we add this side, we can get 1, and this side a plus b minus 2a minus 2b. Okay, this b we can remove. Now we have 1 equal, here a minus 2a means minus a, so we can get minus 1. Sorry, we can get a equal minus 1. Okay, you can see before we already got a equal minus 1. Now also we get a equal minus 1. So we need to find b. So we can substitute this a value to the first equation. Okay, using first equation, this side 0 equal a means minus 1 plus b, so we can get b equal 1. Okay, now we have value for b and a, so we can substitute those values to this equation. Okay, 1 over x minus 1 x minus 2 equal a means minus 1 x minus 1 plus b means 1, so x minus 2. Okay, this is second method. So you can see first method and second method little bit different, but until this step everything is same, first method and second method. But after that a little bit different. So if you familiar first method, you can use first method, but if you familiar second method, you can use second method. I think first method is very easy, but sometimes some problem you need to use both methods. I mean both things. So you should have some idea about both method. So my second let's focus on the second example. Okay, my second example is this one, x plus 1 over x minus 1 x plus 3. You can see here this problem, you need to partial fraction, you need to find partial fraction. So here you can see here how here maximum power is 1. I mean this function have here 1, here 0, so maximum power is 1. And here this one is linear function, so this here is quadratic function. So linear function, the maximum power is of linear function is 0, and quadratic function, the maximum power of quadratic function is 2. So here power is 2, here power is 0, so you can use that method. Like before I already discussed that method, so you can use that method to solve this problem. Please remind, if you have maximum power, more power of the denominator, you need to use that previous method. Okay, so you can use like this, x plus 1 x minus 1 x plus 3. You can see previous example had here constant, but now we have linear function. If you have linear or quadratic or any function, but if you have more power of the denominator, you need to use this method. Like you can use constant to here, a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 3. You can see I use here constant function, right? Here constant, because here denominator have more power than numerator, so we use constant here. And have another reason for this, here linear function, so you need to use, if we have linear function here, you need to use here constant. So that is another reason. So you need to be careful those things before you solve this kind of partial fraction. You should have some idea. If you in the next video I will discuss another problem, so you can understand what is the difference of the question. So be careful of about these things. So because sometimes everything is some problem have everything mixed, so you should have some idea about those things. So be careful. Okay, now I already discussed two method, but in this question I will focus on my first method, because that first method is very easy, so I will use first method to solve this problem. Okay, now we can get common denominator to solve this problem. Common denominator is this one, x minus 1 into x plus 3. So here doesn't have x plus 3, so you need to multiply by x plus 3. So a x plus 3 plus b, here doesn't have x minus 1, so you need to multiply by x minus 1. Okay, here x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 3. So you can remove this 2. Now you have x plus 1, sorry, x plus 1, a x plus 3 plus b x minus 1. Okay, now you can substitute values to x to become some parts 0. So I'll use this part. I'll focus on this part. You can use x equal 1. So then this part will become 0. So you can find values of a. So x equal 1. When x equal 1, this side 1 plus 1 equal a 1 plus 3 plus this part 0, because x equal 1. When x equal 1, this part becomes 0. So now this side you have 2, this side you have 4. 4 into a. So you can find a equal half. Okay, now you have value for a. Then you need to find value for b. So you can substitute another value for x, because you need to find value for b. So I think if you substitute x equal minus 3, so if you substitute x equal minus 3, this part will become 0. You can see here, if you substitute x equal minus 3 plus 3 means 0. So this part will become 0. So you can find value for b. So I will use x equal minus 3. If x equal minus 3, this side minus 3 plus 1 equal this part 0 plus b minus 3 minus 1. I use this equation. So here minus 2, here minus 3 minus 1 means minus 4. Minus 4 into b. So we can find value for b equal half, because minus 2 equal minus 4b means half. You can see. Okay, now you have value for a and value for b. So you have two values for this. So now you can substitute to here and here. Okay, x plus 1 over x minus 1 x plus 3. Okay, this is our question. See, okay, now you can substitute here. A means half. Okay, half x minus 1 plus b means half also x plus 3. Okay, this one you can solve like this: 1 over 2 x minus 1 plus 1 over 2 x plus 3. Okay, this is our final solution. Okay, you can see this question is very easy. You don't need to get more effort to solve this kind of problem. Very easy problem. So please practice this question time to time. If you have more practice to solve like this problem, you can get more familiar with this kind of problem. So please practice. Okay, I think these two questions enough for today. I will discuss more question in next videos. So please subscribe for more videos, and please like, share, and share with other people. Thank you very much for watching videos.